What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're setting up Hyprland on Arch Linux with Hyprdots, a super cool file manager that'll make your life a lot easier. Hyprland is an awesome Wayland compositor, and with Hyprdots, we'll streamline the configuration process so you can get a slick, customized desktop in no time. I'll walk you through the entire process from start to finish, no skips, no shortcuts. So if you're ready to level up your Arch setup, let's jump right in.
So let's install Hyprland with dots file. So the first thing, we're going to install Arch Linux ISO. So I'm going to open Firefox and write archlinux.org. And from here select download and scroll down, choose your country or the nearest country to you. For me it's going to be Spain. And choose the link that's gonna work for you and then click on download. For me, I already downloaded the ISO, so no need to download it again. And after that, check the hash of the file. So yeah, it's necessary to do so. And to do that, open the terminal and cd desktop and then do hash and the path of the ISO. And then compare the hash. So this is the hash and this is the ISO. We see that we have the same hash. That means the ISO is the same. So now close the terminal. And I'm going to close the browser, going to open KVM Virt Manager, and they will add Arch ISO. So forward, you can do the same step with me but on your hardware. Forward and click on browse, and from here I'm going to choose Arch. Forward. CPUs, I'm going to give it like 3, and RAM I'm going to give it like 6 GB. 20 GB in the storage, it's enough. And forward, and here I'm gonna name it Hyprland and click on finish. Now we are booting into Arch. You can do the same steps with me on your hardware. Now the first step that we're gonna do, we're going to update the system. So sudo pacman -s okay, I'm gonna clean the screen. So if you wanted to connect your Arch to Wi-Fi, for me I'm using KVM, so no need to do that, it's already connected to internet. But in your case, if you want to do that, so you're going to write iwctl and press enter, and now write station WLAN 0, and here write the name of your Wi-Fi and press enter. And in your case, enter then the password of your Wi-Fi. After that, type exit, and after you exit, do ping www.archlinux.org, so you make sure that you are connected to internet. So after that, clear the screen and let's start the installation. Type arch install. So we are going to use arch install script. Now here we have the language, so you can choose the language. For me, English is good. I'm going to continue with English. And here we have the locals, so the keyboard is English, so I'm gonna just keep it. Mirrors, I'm gonna select the mirrors, click on mirrors and click on mirrors region, and then type slash and write the name of your country or the nearest country to you. So for me, Spain, and click enter and click back. Here select the disk partitioning, so use the best default partition layout, so I'm gonna use this one, and then select your hard drive or partition. For me, this one. You can choose the file system. You can use BetterFS, is good for me, or you can use the standard ext4, so I'm just going to use BetterFS. So click yes, and then use compression, and then click back. Here you can add the encryption if you want to encrypt your disk. For me, I'm just on a virtual machine, so I'm not gonna use the encryption. The swamp is already added, enabled, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. Bootloader is grabbed, so I'm just gonna keep it. Unified kernel image, I'm not gonna choose this option. Hostname, I'm just gonna leave it as arch. A root account, I'm not gonna need it because we're gonna use the user with sudo privileges, so I'm just gonna skip it. So then click on user account and click on add user. Next, check. Here type your username and then the password, and retype the password, and then click yes, so the user can be in sudo group, and confirm and exit. Here you can choose the profile to install any desktop environment if you want it, or you can install here Hyprland if you want, but I'm not gonna install now Hyprland, so I'm just gonna skip it. The audio, I'm using Pipewire, that's what works for me. The kernel, I'm not gonna use it. Network configuration, choose use network manager. Additional packages, I'm going to install Vim and Firefox. That's it. Optional repositories, I'm not gonna use it. Time zone, click on it and click on slash and type your time zone. So for me it's Casablanca, Morocco, and then click on install and click yes, so we can start the installation. Now after the installation finished, the system asks us if we want to root into new system. So we're not gonna be rooting into the new system, so we're gonna choose no, and now we're gonna write reboot, so we can reboot the system. Now let's log in with the user that we create. Next, check the password. Now I'm going to install Hyprland. So now after we rebooted, so let's log in into our system. next check, and let's put the password. So let's install Hyprdots. So sudo pacman-s hyprland wayland-protocols xorg-xwayland and kitty terminal, and also we're gonna install stdm display manager and git. So press enter and enter your password. Now click yes. Now let's clear the screen, and now let's enable stdm.service. So we're gonna write sudo systemctl enable stdm.service and press enter. Let's reboot the system, and now we rebooted the system. So here we can say we have Hyprland. Let's enter the password, and now click super Q to open the terminal, and let's go to hyprland.conf so we can make some configuration. So I'm going to use vim that we already installed, vim.config /hyper/hyprland.conf, and scroll down. Let's comment this line and scroll down. So here let's change the resolution. So put the resolution that your monitor supports. For me, I'm going to put 1920x1200 arrobas 60, and now let's save the configuration, and now let's install Paro. Paro is an Arch user repository. It's a helper, so we can install an external packages or extra packages that not exist in the official repositories. So we're gonna write git clone https://ior.archlinux.org/pero.get and press enter. Now let's change the directory to Paro, and now let's write make pkg space dash si. Enter your password and click 1 as default and yes. Now enter the password and let's clean the screen. Now let's open Firefox. And we're going to open GitHub of Hyprdots. All the links you're gonna find them in the description. And this is the project that we're gonna use thanks to developers. This project has a different theming, and this is the key binding. So let's scroll up and click on this code and download the zip. Let's wait until the zip file downloaded. The zip file finished. So let's close Firefox with Ctrl+C. And let's install some needed packages. So sudo pacman-s --needed git base devel. the package is already installed in the system. So let's change the directory to downloads and let's install in zip too. So we're gonna need this package. So sudo pipman-s in zip and click yes. Now let's unzip the hyperdot-main.zip. Now let's change the directory to hyperdots-main/scripts and let's type /install.sh. Now we have two options, so I'm going to choose the first option, number 1, but just put in your mind that the script will install automatically the drivers of NVIDIA TKMC, so make sure that your NVIDIA card support these drivers, and let's click 1 and click enter. And let's click yes. For me, I'm using Zyish, so I'm gonna choose one. You can choose fish if you like to use this shell, but for me Zyish is good, so I'm gonna click one. And also click one as default. Click yes. And click one as default. Click yes. Click yes. Click yes. And enter the password. And if you get this error, don't worry, just rerun the script again. So /install.ch and click yes. And click yes. Now enter your password. And now let's clear the screen and let's reboot the system and enter the password. We installed Hyprdots successfully. So Hyprdots comes with a different themes, so from here you can switch the themes. We have like a multiple themes, and also you can switch between wallpapers, and also you can change the position of the menu bar to the side, the top or the bottom. And what's nice about it is every time you change the position, the bar style change also. So if you want to open Wofi application menu, press Super A. Now let's open the Firefox. And let's scroll up. And here we have the key bindings. So you can see all the shortcuts to use Hyprdots. The link, you will find it in the description. One thing that I want to mention, so maybe some users they will have the issues in the resolution, so we're gonna change the resolution. So I will open the terminal and I will type vim space.conf/hyper/monitor.conf and scroll down, and here you can add the resolution that you want. So write monitor and equal. Here write the name of your monitor. For me, I'm using the virtualization, so I'm just gonna put monitor and put the resolution that your monitor support. For me is 1920x1200/60 and 0x01. So save the configuration and exit. And this was everything. So if the video was useful to you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.